Hey guys, Mr. B here, and in this video we're going to be going over the practice problems for the Chapter 3.2 notes with SI units. Alright, so number 1, the International System of Units, or SI, is a revision of the blank system. So this is a revision of the metric system. Number 2, there are blank SI base units. So there are technically more than 5, but we're going to say there are 5 SI base units based on the notes. I think though on the table they showed there was like 7. So number 3, the SI base unit of length is the SI unit of length is the meter. Again, this is directly from the notes. Number 4, the space taken up by a cube that is 10 centimeters on each edge is 1 blank. So this was in the slide on volume, but the space taken up by a cube that's 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters is 1 liter. And I guess we don't need the 1 because it's already written right there. All right, number 5, true or false, the SI base unit of mass is the milliliter. That is false. The SI base unit of mass is the kilogram. Number 6, true or false, a decigram is 100 times smaller than a gram. That is also false. Deci means 10 times smaller, not 100 times. 100 times smaller would be the prefix centi. So a centigram is 100 times smaller. A decigram is only 10 times smaller, right? Like a decimal, right, is only 1/10. Number 7, what is the volume of a board that measures 1.8 centimeters by 8.8 centimeters by 30.5 centimeters? All right, so this is just a basic multiplication problem. If we find a volume, it's going to be length times width times height. So 1.8 centimeters times 8.8 centimeters times 30.5 centimeters equals. So let's do this out real quick on a calculator and see what we get. 1.8 times 8.8 times 30.5. I get 438.12. And since it is centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, we would get cubic centimeters. And since, of course, in this chapter we're learning about significant figures, how should we round our answer? So this first number has 2 significant figures. This second number has 2 significant figures. And this third number has 3 significant figures. So since we're doing multiplication, and these 2 measurements here have 2 sig figs, we should round this to 2 sig figs. So that means that our final answer should be, we should keep the 4 and the 3. The 8 will round the 3 up to a 4. So this is going to become 440, and then cubic centimeters. So this is 2 sig figs. The 4 and the 4 are significant. The 0 is not. And our final answer, that's not what I meant to do. Our final answer should be 440 cubic centimeters. All right, number 8, the element silver melts at 960.8 degrees Celsius and boils at 2,212 degrees Celsius. Express these temperatures in Kelvin. So all we're going to do is convert this from Celsius to Kelvin, which is pretty simple because all we have to do is add 273. So 960.8 Celsius plus 273 equals, so 960.8 plus 273 equals, so this is going to be 1,233.8 Kelvin. That's the first temperature, so we'll underline this. And as for our second temperature, 2,212 Celsius plus 273 equals, so 2,212 plus 273 equals 2,485 Kelvin. So those are those 2 temperatures in Kelvin. Super, super simple. All right, number 9, 10, 11, and 12. Match the following terms. So temperature. Temperature is a measure of how hot or cold an object is. So this would be letter C. Number 10, the liter is the non-SI unit of volume. So the liter, of course, measures volume, but it is not part of the SI system. Number 11, the kilogram is the SI base unit of mass. So that one is D. And that means that number 12 leaves us with letter B as our answer. The Kelvin scale, temperature scale on which the freezing point of water is 273.15. And technically there's no degree. All right, last two questions, true or false. There are 6 basic SI units of measurement. That is false. Number 14, what is the symbol and meaning of each prefix? So this can be found on the tables the table on the previous slides, but pico. So the symbol for pico is a P, and the meaning means 1 trillion times smaller. For kilo, the symbol for this one is a K, and this one means 1,000 times bigger. For micro, this one is a weird M thing. It's like a U. It's actually a Greek letter. It's a Greek letter called mu. Let's see if we can find it in our symbols. We go to insert and special characters. Okay, let's just go like this. Mu. Let's just type it in that way. There we go. Mu. This one. Greek letter mu. Insert. Bam. Okay. Took a while, but we found it. So it's this weird little Greek symbol. It's called the mu, M-U, okay? Mu, like that. It's a Greek letter, but it means 1 million times smaller. And then as for centi, symbol is lowercase c, and this one, no, not a copyright. There we go. Means 100 times smaller. All right, so that is the last question for these practice problems. Again, if you have questions or are confused still, please reach out to me. We can either email me, talk to me in person, or we can do Google Meet. But make sure that you get your questions answered. All right, guys, I'm Mr. B. That's it for this one. See you in the next one. Bye.